Hi team, welcome to 10 Minutes of Coaching. Mark is here with us today. He is a guide in New Zealand, and we are going to have the honor to dive into just having the opportunity to coach him through this season that we're going through. Mark is a champion for well-being, and as we know in this moment of time, we are really being challenged, first of all, through change, and second of all, to take good care of ourselves. So we wanted to share a workout with you with Mark with the desired outcome of coaching you up through well-being. So Mark, welcome. Thank you for joining us for this 10 minutes of coaching. What's your desired outcome to be coached in today?
Carlette, I'd really like to explore the statistics side of things. So living in the 8, 9 and 10 zone on a 24-hour basis.
Beautiful. So team, one of our tools for that is stats. And so we really are grounded in taking ownership of our own lives and making sure that our stats are really the stats that we want, and they're based in truth. So you're going to hear Mark and I do a coaching workout starting with stats, meaning that 1 is low. We do our stat system on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is low and 10 is fabulous. As Mark said it, we are committed as champions to live in that 8, 9, or 10 zone. And yet we are challenged right now to really make sure that we're doing that. So you heard Mark's desired outcome is, how does he take a 24-hour day and make sure that he's investing it so that he's living in the 8, 9, or 10 zone? So Mark, when you wake up in the morning, let's kind of walk through your rituals and routines. I know that before this virus and the season that we had, you were set up for success and you had your life in the 8, 9, and 10 zone. And now we're isolated, we're locked in, we're not able to do the things that we want to do. So take us through kind of your daily ritual and routine and what your stat is on it.
I try and wake up when the sun comes up, and then I try and exercise in nature. I'm fortunate that I can and I would love to jump out of bed going, I'm a 10, but
wouldn't we all actually?
Yeah, but I tend to get out of bed and I'm probably a 6. But I've trained myself, to put my shoes on or grab my paddle, and I've trained myself. I have these exercise courses for my kayak and for my paddleboard, and then I get going and I ease my way sort of into the day. And a performance barrier for me, it's almost like I have an emotional pain body that I have to overcome. And I think that's what I'm exploring at the moment, is just to get from a 6 to a 10. I have to overcome the emotional pain body, and yeah, that's what I'd like to unpack a little bit today.
So let's talk about that emotional pain. So we're going to claim that as the performance barrier. Team, a performance barrier is any barrier that gets in the way of you not being able to be who you are or do what you want to do. So Mark, I hear that your performance barrier is that emotional pain. Let's unpack that a little bit. Tell me just kind of what shows up for you that defines emotional pain.
Well, I think it's in the body. So I've become a lot more aware of the body, and I'm trying to observe my mind more. And I think that, I don't know, I'm playing with this idea, but I think it's something that's been with me since all of my life. And I think by going to my body, I have the opportunity to release it. But I think that my mind likes the drama, feeds on the drama. So I think that this repeating pattern potentially becomes a performance barrier, stopping me going from the 6 to the 10. And that's really what I'm delving into at the moment.
And so when you feel that emotional pain, and you've done a beautiful job of starting to identify it, what's your action to change that you take when you feel that?
I think it's observation of my mind, and then I think it's productivity. So it's for instance, you know, I could turn on the television and I could wallow, or I could get out there and do something productive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just pushing through to make the best use of time, energy, and emotions, that it's having the strength or the self-love to do that, because it's that's actually going to get me where I want to go on my journey.
So Mark, I hear that you wake up in the morning, and as much as we'd all love to be a 10 when we first jump out of bed, you know, you're showing up when you anchor in your truth as a 6. You've made a commitment to be a 10. So you find, you know, kind of your exercise gear, and you start your day by going out and getting your exercise. And throughout the day, you're very aware of how your body's feeling and any emotional pain that's coming up. And when you're feeling that, you're being really, you're diving into it, right? You're going into it, and you're somewhat unpacking, how can I be intentional about choosing to go forward, or choosing something that's really good for me versus choosing to wallow in that. So as an action to change, great job on pushing yourself to that. Is that working for you?
I think it's leading me to sort of question how I
Mm-hmm.
really want to spend my time. I think it's revealing stuff to me, and I think it's revealing, you know, that so much of time is about earning money,
Mm.
and I have to go and run my business to earn the money, to pay for my lifestyle, to play my part in the people that work for and with me lifestyle. And I'm thinking, you know what, maybe this doesn't really make me happy. So I think that being with this and exploring this is really making me look at the core of who I am. And then I have to have the courage to keep making those subtle changes each day. But, you know, also sort of looking at it from, how do I go from that 6 to living in the 8, 9, and 10 zone?
Mark, you've just articulated that change management is that you have honored the change that's happening. You're being very intentional about feeling what your stat is, claiming that, wait a minute, this is a 6, this is a 7, and really starting to question and inquire from a place of love and curiosity, what is a 10 for me? And so, you know, team, for us, that tool, we have a lot of tools that we're going to have the honor of unpacking with Mark, but one that I want to speak of right now is called seasons. And certainly Mark is reflecting on his seasons. He's had seasons of great success, and he's been getting up and going to work and having this life that's paying for everything. And you just got to kind of hear him unpack, maybe I'm ready for a new season. And that's what I'm hoping that we get from this gift of quarantine and this gift of change that we're going through, is that it's a new season for all of us in our lives. And the next tool I want to talk about is our definition of success, because that's what you heard Mark start to kind of question, is like, how do I want to go forward? Do I want to rewrite my definition of success and start to rewrite my day? So Mark, as you watch your film and think about what you've learned from a success perspective, and honoring this new season that you're sitting in the stillness and really having the courage to stat up how you're feeling about the life that you're living, what's your definition of success professionally?
I think I want to, personally, professionally, and giving back, I think I want to be my moving forward as my authentic self, but from my heart. I think
Mm.
I think I want to be, yeah, I think I want to be moving forward from my heart. And I think, you know, I want my mind to be a tool that
Mm.
I can use, and my body to be a tool that I can use. But I think success for me is a heart-led life.
Wow, that is beautiful. A heart-led life as your definition of success. So based on that, what kind of commitment do you want to take from today? and start that change management immediately, knowing that you want to anchor in really personally, professionally, and philanthropically. This definition seems to fit you a heart-led way. So, as your desired outcome of being, how do I live every day in the 8, 9, or 10 zone? What does it feel like to you to anchor in your 10 being a heart-led day? And is everything that you're investing in, from your time, your energy, and your emotions, is it fulfilling your definition of a heart-led day? So what does that sound like when I give it back to you?
It sounds a little bit scary for me.
Okay. Well done speaking your truth. Let's unpack that. Tell me about the feeling of being scared.
Oh, it's just the the man-made side of it, I guess. It's the responsibility of
Mm.
having. If I didn't have to earn money to pay the bills, if I didn't have that responsibility, I would live my life quite differently. I would spend a lot of my life with with people playing in nature, and but that would be my heart led life. Unfortunately, I get to do that with my job, but there's just a lot of other stuff that has to go on um, for for that. So I'm sure there's a balance in there somewhere. But I think just by speaking my truth and putting it on the table for today, that feels good.
So, Mark, wow, what a gift. I mean, I'm excited for you to really, that heart-led life. I captured that that's about people and playing and nature. And so can you start to see in this season of quarantine, can you have it be about people playing in nature in a very unique way, right? I mean, change is about new thinking, new skills, new hope. You got to think about this in a different way. And I'm really curious, because I do know you and have the honor of being your coach and getting to serve and support you, is that a lot of what you do is this, you're such a 10 with people, and you play in a beautiful way with nature. And I just like to challenge you to take on that commitment in this season, to maybe unpack how can you take this forward. People are talking about, we can't wait to get back. I'm going to say, I'm excited to get forward in a new season that is packed with all the things that we've learned, and also packed with that courage to step into something that I never even dreamed I could be able to do. So as I give you that challenge, what kind of commitment would you like to make to practice diving into living that heart-centered life?
I think um, I've, I've taken that step, and yeah, just hearing myself
Yeah.
say it is is enough. And also the comfort zones, just
Mm.
the by saying it and feel what's comes up in me. I just realised, I have a comfort zone at the moment that I've been able to achieve, and now I've got to go and push that comfort zone uh, a little bit if I want to move from a six to a 10 and address the stuff. So again, that's the courage piece, I think.
So, Mark, wow, well said. In terms of, it's one thing to say we want to 10 life. It's another thing to do what it takes moment by moment, day by day to do it. As you got the opportunity to really hear yourself out loud, and team, that's what I want you to hear. That's the beauty of coaching. It's just somebody kind of being right beside you, asking those questions to serve and support you. And Mark got to hear himself really take this outside of his heart and his mind and put it out in his world, as he says, kind of as a deck of cards on his table, and begin to play this game of life that he's so passionate about. So, Mark, with the great courage, and like you said, you've done it, you've taken it to the investors. As your coach, being on your support team, is there anything I can do to support you?
You just did, Carlette. Thank
Mm.
you very much. That was I felt a shift inside me, and I'm very grateful. Very grateful.
Well, it's an honor to serve and support you, and I'm very excited for you to live your 10 life anchored in this heart-led business, both professionally, personally, and philanthropically. And team, I want to encourage you to really have the courage to live your 10 life and to get coached if that's something that you're passionate about, and really know that having somebody on your team to serve and support you can be a huge winning strategy. So thank you, Mark. Excited to watch you live that 10 life.
Thank you, Carlette. Thank you.